probably heard the Greek story of Medusa, who was a beautiful priestess of the goddess and who was so beautiful that she tempted Poseidon and he possessed her in the floor of the temple, causing Medusa to be cursed even though she was a victim. In Sanatana Dharma, we also have a story of a woman who suffered and was cursed for her beauty, having tempted a god. In traditional Sanatana Dharma, Ahalya is extolled as the first of the Panchakanya, the five maidens. This is the story of Ahalya. Namaste, dosto. आपका स्वागत है to my channel. मेरा नाम जसलैनी है, मैं ब्राज़ील से हूँ, और today I will share with you the special story of Ahalya. Ahalya is often described as a yoni Jasampav, one who not born from a woman. The Balakanda of the Ramayana mentions that Brahma molds her with great effort out of pure creative energy. After creation, Brahma placed her in the care of Gautama until she reached puberty. When that time arrived, the sage returned her to Brahma, who, impressed by Gautama's sexual restraint and asceticism, bestows her upon him. While telling Indra how he created Ahalya by taking the special beauty of all creation and expressing in every part of her body, Indra, who believes that the best women are meant for him, resents Ahalya's marriage with the forest ascetic. Taking advantage of her husband's absence, Indra goes to the ashram disguised as Gautama to request intercourse with her, praising her as a shapely and slim-waisted woman. She sees through Indra's disguise, but anyway she consents because of her curiosity. When Gautama returns and catches the two of them in a love action, he put a curse on both. The Balakanda mentions that Gautama spots Indra, who is still in disguise, and curses him to lose his testicles, and also he curses Indra to bear 1,000 vulva in his body, which will turn into ice when he worships the sun god Surya. And Ahalya is turned to stone for 16,000 years, and destined to be redeemed only by Rama's touch. When Rama touched her, she became a woman again and returned to her husband because Gautama understood that she is a loyal wife. In the Uttarakhand of the Ramayana in the Puranas compiled between the 4th and 16th century Christ era, we see a different version where Ahalya didn't know it was Indra. But what doesn't change is Ahalya is transformed by Rama and she became the first of the Panchakanya. But what's the meaning of this story? Ahalya represents the human body in an initiate youth who has taken the vow of celibacy, the unplugged field of nature, while Rama is the self, the soul that acts as the owner of the field. The body is vulnerable to the passions and temptations of the sensual minds. As the lord of the senses, Indra represents the materialistic mind that can excite the body with sensual passions and make it impure with sinful thoughts and desired-filled actions. And Gautama, as his name suggests, Gautama, the bearer of the radiant light, represents the enlightened and superior mind, or the discerning intelligence, Puri, in its exalted state as the sage, and the ego, or the sense of self in its orderly role as the husband. When the body succumbs to the sensual passions and temptations of the mind and senses, in the momentary absence of discrimination intelligence, it loses its purity and chastity and falls into sinful ways. For this, one has to atone for a long time by repeating and guarding oneself against sinful thoughts. If his trained mind keeping 1,000 eyes like the eyes in in the cursed body on the movements of the mind with discerning intelligence. When one succeeds in this endeavor, making the body immune to human passions and desires through atonement and penances, like in the case of Ahalya, one became eligible for the liberation touch of the self, which is represented by the touch of Lord Rama. Thus, the story of Ahalya is not just an unseen tale of sin and redemption. It has a deeper message which teaches us about the importance of staying attentive to our desires and giving priority to the spiritual practice. But now tell me, guys, you already knew this story? You already knew the meaning behind this story? You know the other versions of this story? Well, tell me in the comments because I want to know. Tell me what you can learn with this story. If you enjoyed this video, you already know, share with your friends, help our channel grow, like, subscribe, or filming. See you in the next video.